Yes, Prabhuji, go ahead.
Yeah. So Dashavatara concept, basically avatar.
This call is now being recorded.
Avatar.
ಹೇಳಿ.
Basically, avatar means the universal consciousness or Ishvara, Bhagavan, will come to the earth at various times for when humanity or the world is in disturbance. The avatar will come to earth to save the world and protect the wisdom. That is the concept of avatar. But this avatar in Dashavatara is 10 numbers. But Bhagavata Purana speaks of many avatars, many more avatars. But overall, avatar is higher consciousness coming to the earth in human form or any other animal form. It's called avatar. Is that clear?
Right, Prabhuji. Go ahead.
Okay, the avatar of Dashavatara can be looked in two different ways. Matsya Avatara, Varaha Avatara, Kurma Avatara, Narasimha Avatara. It can be looked at as a evolution of species. The whole evolution started in fish level. Fish, the life form was born in fish. Then it became then amphibians. Then which is Kurma Avatara. Narasimha means half man, half lion, half man. Then Narasimha, Vamana. Vamana is a evolved man, but not tall. Like that, we can look at Dashavatara in a sort of evolution of the species. It also has a similar resemblance to the scientific explanation of Darwin. But avatar for us is much more than that. It's God coming to the earth. Then also another way of looking at avatar is the avatar, like the fish, tadpole, all those things. A child in the mother's womb goes through all these similar phases. First, initially, it looks like a fish, a tadpole, then a sort of a varaha, like that. In the mother's womb, child also seen. This is what is related to individual. But at a cosmic level, let us understand the concept of varaha or avatara. Are we okay with so far?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Okay. So cosmic level, there are pralayas. Pralaya means dissolution. Okay. There's a creation. There is a creation, sustenance, and dissolution. So the avatar happens at major transition points, major points of disturbance. These points of disturbance, one yuga, one cosmic cycle ends, and next cosmic cycle begins. Between that, at that point, the avatar manifests. Because the society, the world will go through a lot of turmoil. To manage that turmoil, Bhagavan comes in the form of avatar. Then the reason for avatar is twofold, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Paritrana sadhunam vinashaya dukkhavam. Bhagavan takes avatar to destroy the forces of negativity, dushkrati, and paritranam, protecting of the people who are good. So, example of that is Krishna Avatara. Krishna was born to take care of the bhaktas, devotees like Gopikas, at the same time destroy the two demons, asuras, called Dantavaksra, and one more asura, what's his name? Shishupala. These two asuras Krishna destroyed, and many more asuras he destroyed. That is Mahabharata. Now let us start from the. Is this understanding clear so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Let us start at the beginning. There are four major yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta, and Dwapara, and Kali Yuga. Right now we are in the Kali Yuga. In Satyuga, when Satyuga is a time of righteousness, where people had a lot of wisdom, people lived peacefully, and many rishis and sages were born at that time. So Satyuga was approaching the end. The Vedic knowledge was stolen by a asura called Hayagriva, a demon called Hayagriva, and he hid in the ocean. So Vishnu takes the form of Matsya to retrieve Vedas from Hayagriva by fighting in the ocean. That's first, which is actually Jnana Samrakshana, protection of knowledge. Second part is protection of living beings. The cosmic flood which is overtaking the universe. So that cosmic flood, many of the animals will die. So that time, Bhagwan takes the specimen of all the animals. There is a king called Manu. In his name, the Manvantara came into picture. That Manu was the ruler of that time, and Bhagwan asks him to create a ship in which all living beings are, one specimen of all living beings is taken. Of course, there is a story when Manu goes to do Sandhyavandanam and sees a small fish. He takes the fish, goes to his palace, tries to protect it, but fish grows very rapidly. One day it becomes so big, it has to go to ocean. Then fish tells Manu, the Rishi, the king, to create a ship in which all living beings are taken. And king puts all the living beings in one ship. There is heavy rain. There is a ocean is disturbed. The fish, Vishnu is the form of fish, protects the Manu, and for 7 days there is a flood. After that, Vishnu takes them to a land, and where again human beings come up. This is called Manu. In his name, all human beings are called man, Manvantara. In Christianity, there's a story similar to this. It's called Noah's Ark. The God appears Noah and take the living beings in a ship. It's called Noah's Ark. The Noah's Ark speaks of a great flood. Probably there's a parallel that in in our culture, where great flood, which is called Pralaya, which is supposed to destroy everything, but living beings and human beings are saved by Bhagavan Vishnu in the form of Matsya. So Matsya plays two roles: protection of Jnana, which is actually protection of Vedas, and protection of living beings. Is this much clear? Any questions here?
Enlightenment. Continue.
Okay.
Yes.
So then comes the Varaha Avatara. So the Varaha Avatara and another two avatars, they have a common thread. The two gatekeepers of Brahmaji, called Jaya and Vijaya, they didn't allow Sanat Kumara and Sanandana, the sages, to meet Vishnu. They blocked them. They blocked the sages coming into Vishnu's palace. The sages got angry and they cursed cursed Jaya and Vijaya that take human form. So then Jaya Vijaya begged for mercy. The sages told, if you take a human form, you have to take 21 lifetimes. After that, you will come to Vaikuntha Loka. Otherwise, you take 3 lives of demons, asuras, will do so much of evil that Bhagavan will come and kill you. He'll come fast, so and kill you, so that you can come back to Vaikuntha. Earth. This taking asura form and hating Vishnu is called Dvesha Bhakti. There are 2 types of bhakti devotion. One is called Prema Bhakti and also Dvesha Bhakti. Dvesha Bhakti is very intense, hating Bhagavan. We see in our life, hate is much more powerful, much more intense than love. So the Jaya Vijay takes the form of Dvesha Bhakti, and asuras are born in 3 lifetimes. To save them, Bhagavan had to take 3 lifetimes to destroy them. So there is a message here also. The message is Jaya and Vijaya are gatekeepers of Vaikuntha. See, to be gatekeepers of Vaikuntha, it requires a lot of good merit, a lot of good punya. They cannot be gatekeepers just like that. But at the same time, their ego is not gone. That's why even from Vaikuntha they can fall down. This is the message. So Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha are born, Jaya and Vijaya are born as Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha in one lifetime. This happens in the next yuga, which is called Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga. So Treta Yuga, Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Dwapara Yuga, Shishupala, Satya Yuga, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. So this happened in Satya Yuga. Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha is born. So now in Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha are demons. Hiranyaksha takes the earth and hides the earth in the causal water. So then Bhagavan Vishnu takes the form of Varaha Avatara. Varaha means boar. Dig into the earth, protect the mother earth. Sanskrit words have a double meaning. Varaha means a beautiful face. Varaha means boar also. A beautiful faced one or boar is a form of Bhagavan Vishnu to protect the earth, which is creation. There, when he protects the earth, he digs into deeper into causal water. Causal water is cosmic causal water. It's physical water. It is certain form of cosmic matter. So there, a scientific correlation is possible. Apparently, the Earth, all the planets come into Sun's orbit. At some point of time in the galaxy, the Earth started slipping from the orbit around the Sun. Apparently, how true is that scientifically? I don't know, but I have heard of that. So then, Earth gets back in the orbit of the Sun. So this cosmic event may be representing Earth falling from the gravitational orbit also. And Bhagavan Vishnu restoring the gravitational orbit. But Varaha symbolizes a boar or a beautiful face that Varaha Avatara, Bhagavan Vishnu, destroys Hiranyaksha in Satya Yuga. Hiranyaksha is none other than Jaya of gatekeeper of Vishnu in the form of Hiranyaksha. Any questions here?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, then This is actually called Varaha. Oh, before Varaha, there's a Kurma Avatara. Between Matsya Avatara and Varaha Avatara, there's a Kurma Avatara. The Kurma Avatara is, in Kurma Avatara, what happens? It's about the story of Devendra, the king of Devatas, becoming angry, they becoming egoistic. See, Devatas are also egoistic. Devatas attain their position. Devatas are like, you can think like more like IAS officers in the universe. They feel become egoistic. One day, Durvasa Maharshi was going and he saw Devendra sitting on his elephant called Airavata. Durvasa Rishi gives one garland which he had worshipped Vishnu, Bhagavan Vishnu, and gives it to Devendra as prasadam. Devendra, out of his egoistic nature, takes the garland and puts on the neck of elephant Airavata. Airavata elephant takes the garland and tramples it under his feet. Durvasa Maharshi gets very angry with Devendra. He curses him. You lose your power. That's how the story begins. So Devendra loses his power because asuras, demons will take over. See, there are two forces in nature, Devatas and asuras. They are all born from the same Rishi, Kashyapa Rishi. He had two boys called Diti and Aditi. They are actually, in a sense, cousins. The fight between Devatas and asuras is eternal fight. You can think a fight of positive and negative. No point of time one will say both will exist in the universe eternally. So Devendra is the king of Devendra is taken over by asuras, demons. Devendra becomes weak. When Devendra becomes weak, the Srishti or creation becomes weak because Devatas are protectors, asuras are destroyers. Then Devendra prays to Vishnu how to come out of the situation. Vishnu gives a solution. You have to churn the milky ocean and you'll get Amrita. When you drink Amrita, Devatas will become powerful. See, asuras had a power. It's called Mrata Sanjeevani Vidya. Any asura gets killed, Shukracharya, the guru of asuras, can rejuvenate them, revive them through a mantra called Mrata Sanjeevani. Devatas had become weak. Vishnu says, you drink Amrita, nectar. Okay? So coming to the Durvasa story, there is a message for us. Message is, when a prasadam comes to us, a blessing comes to us, we should be giving due respect for that. We should not be egoistic, throwing out the prasada and disrespecting it. Then the divine powers will become weak within us. That's the message. So now Devatas themselves cannot churn the milky ocean because it's a lot of effort is required. They do a partnership with asuras. With a contract, if milk Amrita comes, we'll split into two. 50% goes to Devatas, 50% goes to asuras. So then they start churning the milky ocean. For churning milky ocean, the mountain requires called Mandara Parvata. And the rope is called Vasuki, the serpent. When they churn the Mandara milky ocean, the mountain starts sinking into the ocean. So that Bhagavan Vishnu comes in the form of tortoise to hold the Mandara Parvata, so that Mandara Parvata doesn't sink. Then when they churn, asuras are standing near the asuras are holding the rope at the face level, the face of the serpent. Devatas are holding at the tail. Asuras very egoistic. We cannot hold the tail of a serpent. We want to hold the face. Then what happens? The poison comes. There's poison called halahala. Everybody starts, lot of destruction starts happening. Then Bhagavan Shivaji takes that poison and drinks it. That's why it becomes Nilakanta. Parvati stops the halahala going into the stomach. So this is the story. And in the churning of the Milky Ocean, lot of precious things come, including jewels, horses, Airavata, Mahalakshmi, and Mahalakshmi comes and weds Vishnu. Then finally, Amrita comes, nectar. Nectar is to be served. If Asuras take the nectar, it's the end of the world. That's why Vishnu takes the form of Mohini and entices Asuras to sit in one row, Devatas to sit in the other row. She said, I will serve. She starts serving Devatas. The two of the Asuras, Rahu and Ketu, they take the form of Devatas and try to drink the nectar. The Vishnu cuts off their head. That's why two planets called Rahu and Ketu. One is headless, other is bodiless. They are the two planets which are there. In our Grahana Kala, it is said that these shadow planets, Rahu and Ketu, catch hold of Earth or sun or moon during what we call as Grahana, eclipse time. Finally, Devatas drink the nectar, they become strong, they fight with Asuras. This is story of Kurma. Any questions on this?
No, Prabhuji.
There is a spiritual significance of the story also. The spiritual significance of the story is the Kurma Nadi. There is a Nadi called Kurma Nadi in our body. There are many channels, energy channels. Ira, Pingala, Sushumna, Kurma Nadi. A yogi who has a control of Kurma Nadi becomes motionless. The spinal cord is representing Mandara Parvata. It's called Merudanda. Churning of the Milky Ocean is represented by our thought processes, positive thought process, negative thought process. Also, churning is representing our breathe in, breathe out, in and out, called pranayama. A special type of pranayama is called Sushumna pranayama, awakens the energy in the spinal cord. The energy rises from base of the spine, Muladhara, to all the way to Adna and Sahasrara. But what happens in the process? Initially, the lower level chakra, our deep-rooted vasanas and samskaras come, impressions come. They cause a lot of disturbance in us because lower chakras, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, they have our samskaras. They come out. In the process, what happens? There's a negativity comes out, and Shiva represents the Adi Guru. The Shiva or Guru takes the negativity of the seeker, and he is called Shiva is nothing but Guru in the spiritual seeker's life. Then finally, the Kundalini, this awakened energy called Kundalini, reaches Sahasrara, the top of the head. Then a nectar-like substance, the feeling of nectar, I am eternal, I am immortal, appears, comes. It's called enlightenment. This is the spiritual significance of churning of the Milky Ocean and Kurma Avatara. Any questions?
No, Prabhuji.
Then comes
No questions, Prabhuji.
okay. Then we go to next Kurma Varaha Avatara. Varaha Avatara I told Earth slipping into cosmic darkness, and also told that it could have a significance in terms of scientific significance. Earth slipping from the path of what a gravitational force of sun and restoring back. Then we have Next story. Next is Varaha. Then it's called Narasimha. Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are brothers. Hiranyakashipu is very angry that his brother is killed by Vishnu in the form of Narasimha, in the form of Varaha avatar. That's why he wants a boon. He cannot be killed in any form by any animals. So he does tapasya. He gets a boon from Brahma. He cannot be killed inside, killed outside, killed by animal or a man, a human being, killed by any weapon. So that type of a very complex boon he seeks. What happens is when he is doing tapasya, his wife Kayadu, her name is Kayadu, was kidnapped by Indra because Indra wanted to kill her baby in the womb so that Hiranyakashipu does not, the son of Hiranyakashipu does not become a threat to Devatas. But Narada saves Kayadu. He takes her to his ashram and then gives teachings to her about Vishnu Bhakti. The Prahlada in the womb of mother gets initiation from the Guru, Narada, about Bhakti, devotion. Then we have heard the story of Prahlada. Hiranyakashipu comes and in his kingdom he bears the name of Vishnu. Everybody should worship Hiranyakashipu. But Prahlada, the boy, is always devoted. So Hiranyakashipu throws Prahlada, gives a lot of punishment to Prahlada, throwing him into ocean, throwing him from the mountain top, putting in the fire, everything. But Prahlada, nothing happens to Prahlada because of bhakti, devotion. Finally, Hiranyakashipu asks Prahlada, where is your Vishnu? Where is your Bhagavan? So mantra for Prahlada, chanting of mantra is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is mantra. So this meaning of the mantra is Vasudeva, Vasati iti Vasudeva. One who is resides in everything is called Vasudeva. In reality, God is there in water, earth, wind, space, fire, and all living beings and non-living beings. Everywhere Bhagavan is pervading. That pervading nature of Bhagavan is called Vasudeva. How does Bhagavan pervade everything? He pervades in the form of existence. Sun exists, moon exists, tree exists. That existence is Bhagavan. So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya means Prahlada is worshipping God as present everywhere. That's why he is protected from any aspect of creation. Then Hiranyakashipu asks, is a God there in this pillar? Yes. And from Hiranyakashipu breaks the pillar. From that, Vishnu emerges as Narasimha, which is half lion, half man. So this is actually Hiranyakashipu had asked for a boon that neither man nor animal can kill me. That's why half lion, half man, which is neither man nor animal. Then cannot be killed inside or outside. Narasimha kills Hiranyakashipu at the entrance of the palace, which is neither inside nor outside. He kills it at a time when it's neither sunset set is happening. It's a twilight time, and Hiranyakashipu had a boon that he cannot be killed by any weapon. Narasimha kills the Hiranyakashipu with his naka, means nails, which is not a weapon. So this ends the story of Hiranyakashipu, who is nothing but Jaya and Vijaya incarnate as Vasuras. Prahlada Bhakta is blessed by Narasimha, and he rules the kingdom for many years. Any questions on this so far?
No, Prabhuji.
There is a spiritual significance for this story. Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, the Hiranyaksha is the first brother who hid the earth. Aksha means eyes. Hiranyaksha means somebody who has eyes on gold, which includes all beings. We are all after money and gold. The ego of a human being is constantly looking for money and gold. The ego of Hiranyaksha, at the spiritual level, ego of Hiranyaksha Hiranyakashipu is personified as ego of human being is personified as Hiranyaksha. And the ego of human being is such that we have a desire to capture the entire earth. We are not satisfied with small things. We want to capture the whole world. That is the story of Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu means another meaning. Kashyapa means pillow. Hiranyakashipu, even in sleeps on bed, he is constantly thinking of money, which includes all of us, the ego. Constantly thinking of money. Wealth. Prahlada represents a divine child, divine nature. Even though he is born in an Asura family, a demonic family, he can grow in devotion and become enlightened. This is another assurance for all of us. Where you take birth does not matter. Any of us have the ability to come out of the circumstances of birth and get enlightened. Then there's another message here. For bhakti to come in life, this guru required. Prahlada gets guru as Narada as guru in the mother's womb. So then another dimension is there that a bhakta can worship God in many ways. A great way of worshipping God as Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. God is present everywhere. There's a word in Sanskrit, Yad Bhava Tat Bhavati. What you think, it becomes that. You become that. When you worship God in all aspects of creation, then God will protect you from any aspect of creation. That is the story of Prahlada. Any questions are there?
No, Prabhuji.
Narasimha Avatara, then comes Vamana Avatara. So if you look at evolution, as per the science, evolution started with fish, then amphibian tortoise, Matsya Varaha, Matsya Kurma, then animals, Varaha, then becomes half animal, half man, Narasimha. Somewhere it fits into as a parallel to scientific theory of evolution. So now, after Narasimha, Vamana comes. The human beings are there who are not tall, who are dwarfs. That's symbolic Vamana. So at this point of time, there is an asura called Bali Chakravarti, very powerful asura. He captures all devatas. See, this devata, asuras capturing devatas means what? There is always two types of forces in the universe. Forces of creation and forces of destruction. Force of preservation and destruction. Devatas belong to force of creation and preservation. Asuras belong to force of destruction. So in science we say there's a centripetal force and centrifugal force. One pulls towards the center and pulls away from the center. Devatas are pulling living beings towards God, Bhagavan Vishnu. Whereas asuras, they take away. They are responsible for destruction. And always asuras are more powerful than devatas. The simple reason, if you want to make something, create something, it requires a lot of effort. Destruction is very easy. If you want to make a pot, a lot of effort is required. If you want to destroy the pot, just one hammer is sufficient. So asuras are quite powerful in creation, but they are not immortal. Devatas are weaker, but they are eternal, immortal, because of the drinking nectar. So Bali Chakravarti captures Devata's kingdom Of course, the asuras have another boon of power of Shukracharya. Shukracharya is able to revive dead asuras. So that way, asuras number is always constantly doesn't diminish. They are powerful. Devatas pray to Bhagavan Vishnu to protect from Bali Chakravarti. When Vishnu takes the form of an avatar, Vamana avatar, the reason for taking Vamana avatara, again, I told you, Bhagavan has two reasons for anything. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya jaskritam. Protecting the devotees. Here, devotees are Kashyapa and his wife. Kashyapa Rishi and his wife, they had a desire. I want to have son as Bhagavan as my child. To fulfill the desire, Bhagavan takes the form of Vamana. Vamana, a young boy of 8 years, Brahmachari, Bala Brahmachari, he goes to the Bali Chakravarti. Bali Chakravarti had one reputation. He will, whatever anybody asks, he will give. Dana Shura. He will give charity. So Vamana asks him 3 footsteps of land for meditation. Bali Chakravarti laughs. I want 3 footsteps. I can give whole big land for you. Vamana says only 3 foot. Shukracharya, guru of Bali Chakravarti, is suspicious. Something is wrong with the boy. So what he does, he blocks the vessel where you have to pour water before giving dana. He blocks the opening in the vessel in the form of fly. Then Vamana, water doesn't come out of the vessel. Then Vamana takes one small what I call garika or grass and opens the blockage. Then when garika goes and hurts Shukracharya's eye. They said Shukracharya is one-eyed person. He doesn't have 2 eyes. Then Vamana, Bali Chakravarti gives 3 pieces of land to Vamana. Vamana measures the land 1 step at a time. In one step is 4 feet occupies the entire earth. In the second step, it occupies entire space. Then where is the third step? Where should I keep the third step? He asks. Then Bali Chakravarti says, keep it on my head, egoistic head. So Vamana keeps that foot on the egoistic head. Bali Chakravarti is pushed into Patala Loka, the Netherlands, the lower world, where he becomes the king. So this has a spiritual significance. The spiritual significance of the story, Bali or powerful Bali is our ego. Bali Chakravarti is our ego. Very powerful. Ego takes over the position of devatas. Our positive tendency go and negative tendency surface. Getting angry, kama, krodha, mada, matsara, moha, lobha, jealousy, hatred, all appear. They are represented by Bali taking over devatas. Then Vamana coming. Vamana means Vamana. Mana means mind. It's uplifted mind. In the egoistic person, God can take a small place as a child in the heart of a person. He asks for a small place, 3 footsteps. So even if however egoistic you are, if you give a small place to you, God, the God will take a bigger form. When Vamana grows up, he becomes Trivikrama, means he goes beyond 3, earth, heaven, and in between space, he grows beyond that. It becomes Trivikrama. So the God becomes Trivikrama. That means God occupies your waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, and everywhere he represents God. This is what is called Savikalpa Samadhi. It's a spiritual significance of the story. Savikalpa Samadhi is realization that God occupies everything on the earth is called is the spiritual significance of stories of Bali. And story of Bali also has a connotation. Bali means dana, charity. Bali Chakravarti is known for its dana. That's why dana means charity. That's why he is actually called Chiranjeevi, eternal life. Bhagavan blessed him with the eternal life because he gave dana to Bhagavan himself. Ashwattama Balir Vyaso Hanumascha Vibhishana Kripa Parashuramashta Saptaite Chiranjeevinaha. The seven people who live eternally, one of them is Bali. Bali is eternal because of dana he has given. That's why during Navratri festival time, Deepavali time, Bali Chakravarti comes to earth. Then a lamp is lit, saying that the Bali Tipam. The Bali Tipam is lit, remembering the type of dana sacrifice Bali Chakravarti gives. And ultimate sacrifice it gives is ego. He gets enlightened. This is the story of Vamana Avatara. Any questions?
No, ಜಿ.
ನರಸಿಂಹ ಅವತಾರ
ನಾನು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಓದಿದ್ದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನು, ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದನ್ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗನೇ ಬಲಿ ಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದು ಹೌದಾ?
ಅದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಭಾಗವತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೊಮ್ಮಗನೇ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಲಿ ಚಕ್ರವರ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ.
ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನರಸಿಂಹ ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಫಾರ್ಗಾಟ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್. ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಮಾಂಡುಕ್ಯ ಉಪನಿಷತ್. In Mandukya Upanishad there is a shloka. Na anta pradha, na baish pradha, na ubay pradha, na pradhanangana. That is the turiya, which higher state of consciousness or enlightened state of consciousness, is na anta pradha, na baish, is not inner consciousness nor outer consciousness. Na ubay pradha, not simultaneous. Okay, that is called turiya. So that shloka represents Narasimha Avatara in the spiritual term. Neither inside nor outside. The consciousness which is higher consciousness, Turiya, is neither inside nor outside. And that is the one which destroys Turiya Samadhi state you attain in Turiya, destroys the ego called Hiranyakashipu. So, it's actually a story of spiritual enlightenment. If Narasimha story has to be understood in terms. And Narasimha, okay, represents the Guru. Guru is actually an enlightened master. He is not a human being. And he is nothing which you know. An enlightened master may appear in human form, but he is not a human being. That is Nara and Sima. It's neither man nor animal. He appears to be a combination of both. A Guru is represented as Narasimha. That's why in some of the temples in Karnataka, we worship Guru Narasimha as Guru Narasimha. Narasimha as Guru. Okay. What Narasimha does, he cuts open the Hiranyakashipu's stomach with the nails. Nails are not weapons. The Guru cuts open the ego of Shishya through Dnana. The nails of Narasimha represent Dnana, which is not a physical weapon. It's a distinct process. There's the spiritual significance of Narasimha Avatar. Any questions?
No, ji.
Then comes the Narasimha Avatara, Vamana Avatara, then Parashurama Avatara. So now a human being has become small. Then it suddenly the next small means dwarf. Next normal human beings, Parashurama. The Parashurama, at the time of Parashurama, the kings, Kshatriya kings, had become very egoistic. They were ruling the world in an adharmic way. Parashurama is born in a family. His mother is Renukamba. He is born to stage called Jamadagni and Renuka. Jamadagni, Jamadagni and Renuka, they are very tapasis, great tapasis. So what happens? Renuka, she is such a meditative person. She can carry water. She goes to riverbed, makes a pot out of mud, and fills the water and comes. The water doesn't leak because of her tapasya. One day, she gets distracted by one Devata and Apsara, Deva and Apsara, having a romance. Then her water pot starts leaking. So Jamadagni gets very angry. He understands that his wife's single point is what is called Shama Dama is disturbed. So he tells his children to cut the neck of the mother. She has lost her power of tapasya. Then other children refuse. Only Parashurama cuts the neck of the mother. And mother, she is worshipped Renukamba in one of the temples in Karnataka. Then what happens? There are many kings who are very cruel. Kshatriyas had become cruel. They had become corrupt. One of the kings is called Kartivirya. Parashurama fights against Kartivirya. Kartivirya is supposed to be very powerful with 1,000 hands. Parashurama fights with Kartivirya, kills him, and he destroys 21 generations of Kshatriyas from the earth to restore Dharma. So Parashurama avatar is mainly for Dharma. So the avatar of Dharma Samstapana and Jnana Samstapana. Matsya avatar is two types. Matsya avatar is mainly Dharma, Jnana Samstapana and protection of human beings. Whereas Parashurama avatar is Dharma Samstapana, protecting of Dharma, destroying all asuras. Parashurama, he does the repentance. He he tries to repent for killing his mother. Then finally washes the axe in a place called Tirthahalli in Karnataka, Shimoga district. There he was able to clean the axe. He becomes free from the sin. Tirthahalli is a place where it's called holy place. Everybody taking a bath will become free from sin. In that place where Parashurama washed his axe. I know about this place because that's the place I was born, my birthplace. So this is the story of Parashurama. Any questions? Anybody?
No.
So now here question comes: can somebody kill mother for command from the father? And how can father command his son to kill the mother? Here we have to understand the values of the society at that point of time. The society valued the tapasya, meditative power, as life. Renukamba, who had lost her meditative ability, is as good as dead in the eyes of Jamadagni. So he orders his son to kill her. Of course, later he restores her to life. That's the next story. But losing what is our essence is actually all of us have to ask what stands for. That is your core. If you lose it, we are as good as dead. Are you standing for Dharma? Dharma is your essence. Then if you lose the dharmic nature, you are dead. That is the story of Renukamba. All of us will be clear what do we stand for? What do we value? So Renukamba, the Jamadagni Renukamba, where Tapasya Shakti gets lost in case of Renukamba. And Parashurama killing his mother, is it justified? So he killed his mother on the order of Jamadagni. Jamadagni valued the power of meditation at a real value. Birth and death is just irrelevant. Parashurama obeyed his father's order, command. Executing mother was a justice which was given, justice as per Jamadagni. Justice for her fall from the spiritual values. So this is the story of Parashurama. Parashurama Avatar, he goes around the earth 21 times, killing all Kshatriyas, re-establishing Dharma. Finally, Parashurama comes to this guy. Oh, is that Konda? For getting Jnana, again, Dattatreya, Bhagavan Dattatreya. Parashurama, Bhagavan Dattatreya, and he is so angry by killing all the Kshatriyas. He learns Srividya Upasana from Bhagavan Dattatreya. Finally, he gets enlightened and realizes his true nature. This is the story of Parashurama. Parashu means axe. Any questions?
No, no.
So the story of Parashurama also tells us that fighting against adharma is dharma. We have to uphold dharma. So Parashurama is upholder of dharma, which involves war also. So it is said that the peace, those who love peace, should be ready to fight a war. Others people will take you for a ride. So Parashurama protected the humanity from the demonic kings who had Kshatriyas who had gone haywire. That is the story of Parashurama. Now comes the story of Rama. Any questions so far?
No, no, Ji.
Before I forget, I'll tell one story so that a story why Bhagavan takes avatar. Bhagavan takes the avatar for paritranayam sadhunam vinashaya, for the sake of bhakta. For devotees, Bhagavan comes. That's called paritranayam sadhunam. And vinashaya, destruction of evil. This is what is said as avatar of Bhagavan. This is a story behind Bhagavan taking avatar. Many sages wanted to perform a yajna. Then they wanted to find out which devata is to be worshipped first. Brahma, Vishnu or Shiva. They gave the responsibility to Bhrigu Rishi. Bhrigu Rishi had a special power. He had eyes in his leg. He had eye in his leg, in the feet. We have eyes on our face. He had additional eye in his feet. So the Bhrigu goes to test devatas. First he goes to Brahmaji's place. Brahmaji does not recognize Bhrigu as coming. He is immersed in creation and he is immersed in the music of Saraswati. Prabhu gets very angry. He says Brahmaji cannot be worshipped. Then he goes to Shiva. Shiva is immersed in meditation, samadhi. He doesn't care for Prabhu. So Prabhu gets angry. Then he goes to Vishnu. And Vishnu is sleeping on the bed. Lakshmi is pressing the feet of Vishnu. Vishnu does not recognize Prabhu coming. Prabhu gets angry and goes and kicks the chest of Vishnu. So Vishnu gets up, saws Bhrigu, takes for forgiveness, holds the feet of Bhrigu. In the process, he presses the eye in the leg of Bhrigu. The eye becomes blind. Bhrigu curses Bhagavan Vishnu. He is so immersed in the luxury, you have to take the human birth. That's the reason Bhagavan Vishnu takes the many as human beings. In a way, the curse of sage is a blessing for humanity. Because of Bhrigu's sage, Bhrigu's curse is born as Avatar Purusha in many lifetimes. Lakshmi got angry. She comes to earth and stays in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. So, Bhrigu Sushi's curse resulted in Vishnu taking avatar and Lakshmi coming to earth. This is the story. So, the anger of a enlightened being also has a Loka Kalyana behind it. We'll go to Rama avatar. Rama is known as Vigrahavan Dharmaha. See, Dharma is not religion. Many people translate Dharma as wrongly as religion. Dharma is not religion. Dharma is natural order of creation. Now, Dharma is very subtle. Many religions have a codified Dharma, codified knowledge, codified rules and don'ts. Sanatana Dharma is very subtle. Depending on your evolution level, you can understand what is Dharma. Ramo Vigraha Dharma means Rama's life is a living example of how Dharma has to be lived. Way of Rama is way of Dharma. We don't have to read textbooks to understand what is Dharma. We have to just study life of Rama to understand what is Dharma. In Rama's life, it showed Dharma is actually always in respect to a role. A king has a role, Kshatriya Dharma. A mother has a role, Matra Dharma. Husband has a role, Pati Dharma. Like each role has a Dharma. Rama played all these roles and showed how to live a dharmic life. As a son to a mother, as son to father, as a brother, as a friend, as a husband, as an enemy, how to take care of Dharma, Rama showed in life. And we all know that Rama and Sita was captured. Rama went to the Vanar Sena to protect Sita. Then come back to Ayodhya. This story we know. So Ravana is a 10-headed monster. His ego. In spiritual sense, it's ego. Ego controls the 5 organs of action and 5 senses of organs. The ego is the Ravana. Rama is Atma Rama. I am telling the spiritual meaning of the story. Our self is Rama. Sita is the mind. The mind is kidnapped by ego called Ravana. Hanuman is the breath. Breath actually takes Jivatma with Paramatma. Hanuman plays a role of taking Sita, Jivatma to Paramatma, Rama. Ravana is killed in the process called This is actually what is performed during Vijayadashami day. In Ramalila ground, they'll burn effigy of Ravana, proclaiming victory of Rama over the Ravana. So that Ravana is nothing but ego. In a sense, Ramayana story, Adhyatma Ramayana or spiritual Ramayana, is a story of enlightenment. Jivatma becoming one with Paramatma, Sita uniting with Rama, and Hanuman becoming the bridge. Hanuman is nothing but our prana, life force or breath. This in short, summary of Ramayana. Any specific questions in Ramayana?
No, Prabhuji.
Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma means Rama's life is actually a book of Dharma. Textbook. You have to listen to the story of Rama to understand what is Dharma. After Rama is in what you call as Dwapara Yuga. Satya Yuga has gone, now Dwapara Yuga has come. And Treta Yuga has come. Rama is in Treta Yuga. Then Krishna comes in Dwapara Yuga. What happens in Krishna's birth time? Two asuras, Jaya and Vijaya. Rama kills Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Ravana and Kumbhakarna are nothing but Jaya and Vijaya reincarnated as Ravana and Kumbhakarna. Then, in Rama's time, two demons are born. They are called Shishupala and Dantavakra. And when Krishna was born, it was a terrible time. Lot of disturbance was happening in society. Kings had become very cruel and also very corrupt. The society was in bad shape. So Krishna took avatar to destroy the evildoers. Dushkratinam, the evildoers should be destroyed, and protection of Sajjana. Sajjana means those who love Krishna. Gopikas, Vasudeva Devaki, and some other devotees wanted to have a darshan of Bhagavan. So Krishna appears to give darshan to them and destroy the adharmic people. And Krishna's story we know. Krishna's life of born in jail, brought up in Vrindavan, then how he guides Pandavas and Pandavas towards the victory, and how he teaches Bhagavad Gita during the wartime. All this story we know. In the spiritual terms, Krishna is nothing but our consciousness. Krishna consciousness, our inner nature. Pandavas represent the five pranas: Prana, Apana, Dhyana, Udana, Samana, Atma, Samana. In a sense, Krishna Avatara spiritually is a process of enlightenment, realizing the nature of Krishna in our life or as our essence. Any questions you have specifically? No problem. Then Krishna, after Krishna, Buddha Avatar is there. Buddha and finally Kalki. So Buddha, the Buddha who was born about 2500 years back, is called Great Vehicle. It's called Tathagata Buddha, a great vehicle. To become Buddha, a person has to do many lifetimes of sadhana, acquire good merit, punya, then become Buddha. What is there in becoming Buddha? One, you become great vehicle. The great vehicle of Buddha will be able to bring peace and happiness to a large number of humanity, many people. A small vehicle, like a big vehicle, like ship, can carry many people. A small vehicle like cycle rickshaw, cycle cannot carry one or two people. Can carry only one or two people. Whereas Buddha is called great vehicle. These vehicles, either Buddha or any avatar, is called their great vehicles because they can uplift a large number of people, large number of souls which are seeking very easily. So Buddha avatar, we know Buddha story. Buddha was born in a palace. He was brought up in a place where he cannot, he thinks luxury itself is life. Beyond luxury, there's no other life. He was made to forget that there's something missing in life. The king had made sure that the Buddha does not understand misery in life. Buddha gets married. He has a wife called Yashodhara, child Rahul. So Buddha goes for meditation, enlightenment. Finally gets enlightened under a Bodhi tree in Gaya. So Buddha's enlightenment is different from what other people are taught or other traditional methods. Buddha's method is not of lot of understanding, not of knowledge, but directly seeing where the problem is. If directly you see the problem where it is, the problem will be 90% solved. Most of the time, we don't understand the problem itself. We think something is a problem. Problem actually has a solution inbuilt. So Buddha, what happens? He gets enlightened. He starts teaching, and Buddha's teachings are inspiring millions and millions of people all over the world, even today. And finally, Kalki Avatar. Kalki Avatar is not born. Kalki Avatar will be born when the adharma in the society goes to such an extent, Avatar Purush has to come. Any questions?
Prabhuji, there's one more story about Buddha, like Gautama Buddha is not this Buddha. There is another one called Sugata Buddha.
No,
I've been hearing the stories.
There are many Buddhas. Okay. You are also a Buddha. Do you know that? And next to you is Darshan is there. He's also Buddha. I am also Buddha. But most of us are Pedda. Pedda means we don't understand our nature. Buddha is not a person. Buddha is the consciously enlightened thing. Buddha is not a name given to a person. It is referring to a enlightened consciousness. Krishna we consider as a person. In reality, Krishna is a consciousness. Do you understand the difference?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, Buddhas are many people, many Buddhas are born and go. A person who tries Buddhism is Buddha, to become Buddha means somebody who has become free from his illusion. He is enlightened. All enlightened beings are not great vehicles. A current Buddha is called Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha is called a great vehicle because he has the ability to reach out and help many people or large number of people simultaneously. Sadhakas. This is called great vehicle. Many Buddhas are born and go, but they are not great vehicles. Great vehicle called Buddha, current Buddha, he has done many lifetimes of sadhana. That sadhana is described in Jataka Kathas of Buddha. Now, before this current Buddha, there was another Buddha. There are many Buddhas. I'm saying of great vehicles. He's called Gautama. This current guy is Gautama Buddha. That's called Kashyapa Buddha. Like that, there are many Buddhas. These are called great vehicles, not small vehicles. Great vehicles is somebody who can liberate millions, lakhs and lakhs of people. Whereas small vehicle cannot liberate anybody. They are peaceful, but they can't help others. So to become a great vehicle Buddha, he has to do something like 300 to 400 lifetimes of sadhana, doing good service. Build up his what you call parni or spiritual wealth. Then he can become a great vehicle. Is the answer clear? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Any other questions from me? Darshanji?
Prabhuji, since we are doing on stage, there are a lot of nitty-gritties to be focused on.
Right, right.
and also connections to be established between avatars.
Hmm.
So, like, how can we do that, Prabhuji? Like, is there any theme or something to be followed to establish connections? So, this is how it flows, Anathara.
No, this
ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅವತಾರ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅವತಾರ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್
ಅದೇ
ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು.
each time period, the avatars come from Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. The way the avatar appears and way the avatar does the work is depend on the time period of that time. What is connecting all this is the Bhagavan Vishnu comes and takes the avatar is the connecting point. And then different life, different time frames and different ways. What is the connecting is, but it is not the connecting point here is we think that evolution is mechanical, consciousness is born out of matter, evolution is mechanical. What is spirituality says, it's not mechanical, it's a conscious entity. A conscious intervention of Bhagavan happens in the earth at different points of time. They are called Yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. The period where disturbance in the Yuga happens is called Yuga Sandhi. That time Bhagavan will come and restore the order. That is the connecting point.
Another point, Prabhuji. So, the whatever our Darwin's theory says, so evaluation of life ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಾಮ್ಯತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇನ್ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ ಹೆಂಗಾಗತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಲೈಫ್ ಜರ್ನಿ?
It's not a very accurate connection, okay, but it's more like a parallel. We can say it's parallel. It's not like exactly what Darwin says is representing. Darwin says from a life form was born in ocean, started as amoeba, started becoming fish, then it became amphibian, then animals came into picture, then human being came and human beings evolved. Of course, he starts with monkey, monkeys evolved in human being, he says. So Dashavatara, Matsya Avatara is life form born in ocean. Kurma Avatara is amphibian. Varaha Avatara is animal. Narasimha Avatara is half animal, half man. Then Vamana Avatara is a small man. Parashurama Avatara is a larger man. Rama is more evolved man. Krishna is very evolved man, enlightened being. Buddha is enlightened being. Like that, it shows the physical level evolution from fish all the way up to man, and psychological evolution in terms of evolved beings coming.
Okay.
It's not exactly one-to-one corresponds to Darwin, but there is parallelism.
Okay, Prabhuji, after this Dashavatara completes, like Kalki Avatara comes and ಇದು ಪ್ರಳಯ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ this same cycle continues?
Yes. See, there are the universe is a large universe, cycles are very huge. There are in universal cycle what I call Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga keep on repeating like seasons. For example, in Earth, we'll say summer, winter, then spring. All the seasons keep on repeating on Earth, right? Similarly, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga are like seasons of consciousness. They'll keep on repeating. And in these repetitions, again and again, living beings are born, they live, they grow to dormant condition. When pralaya means doesn't mean death of beings. Pralaya means what is manifest becomes unmanifest. Again, next season comes. It's not exactly one should correspond. Basically, the science says evolution started in small cells. It became fish in the water, then amphibian, then animals, then human beings of some form, then human beings more evolved. The avatars represent human evolution like a parallel, not an exact correspondence.
So this repeats, alva? Hangadre that is the correct.
It's gone repeating. Okay, to give one story, just to tell you what happens. We have heard Ramayana story, Rama and Ramayana, right? So we think Rama and Sita, Ravana. There is a story in the Purana. What Ramayana is seeing, Ramayana is happening this Treta Yuga, this Treta Yuga. So millions and millions of Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga keep on coming and going.
Okay.
Okay, Ramayana is written by Valmiki. Valmiki Ramayana is one page in the hands of Brahmaji's Ramayana. Brahmaji's Ramayana has 1 crore Rama stories. 1 crore Ramas will keep on coming in cycles and go. Then one Valmiki, another Valmiki will come and will go. Like that. I'll put it this way, Darshanji. Okay. This creation is like a Brahmaji's dream. Universal consciousness dream. Dream keeps on repeating. Does your dream keep on repeating or not? You'll have one dream one night, next dream another night. Sometimes the repetition of dream. It will keep on going or not?
Right.
Similarly, entire creation is dream of Brahma consciousness, Vishnu, Narayana. The plots and characters keep on changing, but keep on repeating. Pralaya means not destruction of living beings. Pralaya means living beings are there, they go into dormant condition. Like seeds are there, the season is not there, seeds will be dry, but the moment next season comes, again seeds sprout. Like that, all beings will go to their dormant condition or karmic impressions during Pralaya. After that, again they will come up. Any questions? Any other questions? The theme is only one thing, the theme, Darshanji. A avatar comes up whenever there's a chaos in humanity. So, purpose of avatar is Paritranayam Sadhuna Vinashaya Dushkara. Take care of the devotees and destroy the evil doers. It's called Dharma Samstapana. Then, other purpose of avatar is called Jnana Samstapana. Establish Jnana. Like what happened in case of Matsya Avatara, protect Vedic Jnana. In Sri Krishna's time, Vishnu appeared as Vedavyasa Maharshi and protected Jnana. So, Jnana Samstapana, Dharma Samstapana. Paritranaya Sadhuna, Vinashaya Dushkritam. This is the common theme running through all these 9 avatars, the 10 avatars. Of course, we have in Sanatana Dharma, any story has 3 levels of meaning. Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika, Adhyatmika. Adi Bhautika is a historical event, like Rama is born is a historical event. It's of interest to historians, where Rama is a real character or fake character or a mythological character. Then Adi Devika means Bhagavan Vishnu playing a role in the universe as a protector. So whatever stories we are hearing of Avatar is Bhagavan Vishnu's role is Adi Devika. Adhyatmika means what happens within us. How Rama is our inner self, Ravana is our ego, how Sita is our mind. This is called Adhyatmika. 3 levels of meanings are there for each story. See, what I'm saying is, Bhagavan takes the avatar. Okay, he doesn't take avatar every day. The collective prayers of society, when the society is going through a lot of trouble, disturbance, the collective prayers of society pulls Bhagavan to take up the avatar form, human form, or whatever form. Similarly, prayer of the devotees pulls the Bhagavan to human form. Are you okay?
Yes, Guruji. So, when Prana Pratishtapana happened, you called that avatar as Archaka avatar or something.
So, there is another avatar, Darshanji and Darshanji. When we do Prana Pratishtapana of a temple, like Rama, we did Prana Pratishtapana in Rama temple, right? So, there we invite the consciousness of Rama to the statue. That's called Prana Pratishtapana. That time, the Vigraha becomes alive with consciousness. That's called Prana Pratishtapana. And Vigraha which has become alive is called Archavatara. Bhagavan has taken the form of Vigraha for receiving the puja from the devotees. So when we did the Pratishtapana, Modi did the Rama Pratishtapana, that's what happened. Rama consciousness descended on the statue, Vigraha. Vigraha became alive with the Rama consciousness for receiving the prayers of devotees and blessing devotees. It's called Archa Avatara.
Mm.
Archa means Archana, Puja, Archa Avatara.
Got it.
Okay?
Got it. Yeah.
Okay then. Good night, everybody. Hari Om.
Good night. Hari Om.